Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to our online free event. My name is Natalia Laue Martinez, and I am working at the International Software Quality Institute in Germany. And today we will talk with our guest from the Innovex company, Ghana board. She is a senior QA engineer at the Innovex. Hello, Ghana. How are you doing?
Hi, good evening. Thank you for joining actually in the last evening of summer this year. I'm fine. What about you, Natalia?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. And thank you for helping us organizing such an interesting online event. Today, the topic is expanding the knowledge through the ISTQB certification. And you are a holder of a full advanced ISTQB, right?
Yes, I'm holder of full advance since, I guess, 2018. I was one of
Amazing.
the first in Ukraine to get this full advance certificate. Yeah.
This is a great achievement. We're really happy to have you there. You're very welcome. I hope that our guests can hear and see us. If you can hear and see us, if you are with us tonight, could you please put a plus in the comment? And it will be really interesting for us to know where you're from, because we are broadcasting in English today specifically for everyone. So I'm working at the International Software Quality Institute for Southern and Eastern Europe. So we really hope to get the audience from everywhere, from Ukraine, Romania, Latvia, Lithuania, Czech Republic, and so on and so forth. Hello, I see the first pluses. Perfect. So if you can see and hear me, I can start. I will start with a very short presentation about International Software Quality Institute. It will be really short. It will be focused on how you can take your certification if you doubt. And then if you have any questions on this, you can ask me just in the comments. You can write us an email. And then the main part about ISTQB will be made by our speaker, Ghana. So, and this will be not 5 minutes, but a little bit longer. So please make notes. Don't forget. I'm happy to see more and more audience. So if you let me begin, I will start with a really short presentation. So as I told you, I am working for the International Software Quality Institute. I'm the certification manager. So basically, if you decide to take an exam and you are somewhere from Southern and Eastern Europe, I will be the one who will answer your email. We offer a variety of different certifications in software testing, Scrum and Agile, software architecture, requirements engineering, usability, and user experience. And if you visit our website, www.isq.org, it is built like an online shop that I will show you a little bit later. You maybe know, maybe not, that we're working under a certain standard, ISO, which means that International Software Quality Institute is only responsible for the perfect and qualitative organization of the exam. If you know, if you're going to take the ISTQB certification, you may have visited the ISTQB org page already and see that they, as a generator of the knowledge of ISTQB, they develop the syllabus and they decide which questions, which terms will be included in the foundation level or advanced level exam. And then after you get the first impression of what ISTQB is on the istqb.org, you can either go directly to us and take the exam after like a little bit self-study, or you can go to one of the training providers in Ukraine or in Southern Eastern Europe. You can find the contacts of the accredited training providers also on the istqb.org, or you can just write me an email and I will help you anytime. So Why certify? Yeah, that's a good question. If you look up just on LinkedIn or other pages like recruiting, you will see that most of the companies, big tech companies, require already a certification, a foundation level certification. So it is expected that you have it already. If not, it's just, for you a nice representation of your skills. So when you apply, you can already show I have a certificate. This is just an example from the LinkedIn that you see. So if you got really inspired and motivated by our online event tonight, you can visit afterwards our website, www.istqb.org. Make sure that you choose the country you're going to take the exam in, where you are living at the moment, and the currency, because you can pay in euros or in dollars. And depending on like the exam that you choose, the price will be shown to you in how you've chosen it before. So the main question is like what to do next, how to take the exam, and we are offering 3 or even 4 exam methods at the moment. So the ones that you see on the left, paper and SMACs, are group exams that we're offering at the moment in Ukraine in a public format. That means that you can come to the exam. We have exams in Kiev. The next date is 17th of September. In Lviv, the next date is 24th of September. And in Kharkiv, today I just got approval. The next date is the 25th of September on a Saturday. And in Kiev and Kharkiv, we have a public group exam on paper. And in Lviv, we have it on computers. And this is how we call it SMEX. Because it's like a special software that we use, and you just come to a location and take your exam on computer, but still you are in a group. And when we are having group exams, it always a representative, a proctor, which has been trained by us and will help you with all your questions that you have during your exam. If you're not in Kiev, Kharkiv, or Lviv, or you're not in Ukraine, you can always go for a flex exam. Flex exam is 100% remote. Make sure that you fulfill the technical and room requirements. You will need a PC or a laptop with a webcam. You will also need a smartphone to install an app that will also be watching you. And you will need an empty room without any other people entering, and preferably without any additional technical equipment. So just you, your laptop, and your smartphone, and that's all. If for some reason you're not going to do a flex exam, you can always go for a test center. We have a partner, Pearson VUE, which has over 5,000 test centers all over the world. So I'm sure that you'll find one not far from you. Anyway, if you cannot decide, if you have questions on this, do not hesitate to ask us. You can ask us of istqb.org in the chat, or you can write me an email. You can also go for a second try option with your exam. Please note, available only for selected exams. This is a model which allows you to have your second attempt for free. So if you choose the second try option, you pay 25% more for your first exam. But in case you fail, you get the second try for free. Again, if you have any questions on this, please let me know. You can also see on this small screenshot that we have several additional options for your exam. Time extension is available for every non-native speaker. So if you're a non-native English speaker, please feel free to tick. Do not hesitate. 25% of your time belong to you. You can also choose a very old school printed certificate, which will be printed out and sent to you in like a paper format. But a very modern alternative to a certificate is a digital badge. A digital badge is included into the price of the exam in most of the cases. So just feel free to take it. It doesn't cost additionally if you buy it together with the exam. What is this? It's a kind of a more flexible representation of your certificate, which can be shown on your LinkedIn page, as you see in this example. I also have a badge for participation, so you can check out my LinkedIn profile. Um, yeah, and you can later integrate this digital badge into your email signature, or, for example, into your website or on your company website on your page. So it's a nice alternative to a PDF certificate, which you will definitely 100% receive after you pass your exam. So this was very short information about International Software Quality Institute and how can you get to your first or to your second, third ISTQB certification. Once again, my name is Natalia Laube Martinez. Please feel free to contact me via chat or email. And if you are somewhere from South and Eastern Europe, I will be the one to answer your email. More likely, yeah. So thank you very much for your attention. And I would like to ask Ghana to join us again. Ghana, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Great. I see that we have guests from Ukraine and from Belarus, and we have a lot of viewers already. So you're welcome.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you again for joining. So today our topic is expanding knowledge through ISTQB certification, and I'm here first of all to share my all experience. So all questions are welcome. So let's probably start. The agenda today's agenda is logging into software testing. So I will tell you my personal story, my personal experience in software testing and my career path. Also, we will talk about my ISTQB certification path that will also include such useful information as exam structure, question types that are used during the exam, also some useful resources to be prepared, and some tips to pass the exam. Also, we will talk about is it just a theory or applicable knowledge? And is being a full advanced level certified tester a significant benefit? So let's probably start. I will tell a few words about myself. So I have experience working in software testing for nearly 9 years, having experience being just starting from internal, then being test analyst, worked as QA lead, and currently my position is QA automation engineer. And I represent Innovex company. So currently I'm working in Innovex. So from here you see a link to avail it with if you when you receive the presentation, if you follow that link, you will see all the certificates available. And a few words about Innovex. It's a global digital company with offices in 9 locations: the USA, the United Kingdom, Australia, Israel, Ukraine. Also, Innovex creates digital solutions powered by innovative technologies to help business transform and grow. And also the key domains for Innovex are supply chain and logistics, and I'm actually working in logistics domains for now. Also healthcare, financial technology, gaming, media, and retail. So today we are going to talk about the core modules of the ISTQB certifications. So the first level is a certified tester and 3 components of advanced level: test manager, test analyst, and technical test analyst. And those core modules, they cover software testing topic, in a broad horizontal way, and those modules are valid for any technology, methodology, and application domain, and allow just a common understanding. So if you have never seen a full advanced certificate, you have a good chance to do it now. Actually, this is my full advance certificate. I just hidden their certificate number just in case. And for badges, digital badges for exams for foundation, technical analyst, test analyst, and test manager. So now a little bit a story of myself. So once upon a time, oh, so sorry, that's not the correct story. It's just a joke. So I have started my path in IT being a technical writer, and then I switched to software testing, starting my path from being intern in one of the biggest IT companies in Kiev, Ukraine. Um, and when I had some experience in software testing already, friends of mine that live in Europe told me that there is some international certification for testers. And I was very interested in that topic since my education it's not technical. It's not technical. I didn't have technical background at that moment, so I was looking for some chance to improve my knowledge and my experience in software testing. So I got acquainted with the materials for my local member board for the ISTQB, and find out information about the exam, the procedure, visited ISTQB site with all the useful open source materials, and decided to pass the foundation level exam. It was in I guess in 2014, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, really, really long ago time. Yeah, and I passed successfully foundation level, and sometime later I was invited to work in Bucharest, Romania, and uh, um, while the process of work visa application, I was requested from the Romanian Office of Migration to provide to provide some documentation that can prove my experience and qualification in software testing. And at that time, it came in handy my actual ISTQB foundation level certificate. And also at that time, I already passed technical analyst exam. Providing that both of that certificates helped me to receive work visa, and I spent nearly a year and a half working in Romania. So after coming back, I just thought that I need. I thought saw my career path like developing myself as a QA lead, and decided to pass test manager exam. And after successfully passing, I had a chance to work as a QA lead for some time, and decided that I need to extend some of my like technical background and receive just mm, to unlock achievement, and to be a full advanced tester, and to pass technical test analyst exam. So in 2018, I received my full advanced certificate, and starting from that time, I usually apply my knowledge that I gain. So let's move on. Let's talk a little bit about the exam structure. Those information I believe will be useful for you. So each advanced exam has a different number of questions with its own possible number of points depending on the cognitive levels of questions. We will talk about them a little bit later, and with usual at least 65% of passing score to receive the certificate. With exam lengths depends on the language. In case it's your native language, it usually one lens, and in case of if English language is foreign for you, it's 25% extension of the exam lens. And my personal advice to you is uh, to to pass exam in English, since you will be able to find more materials in English, and the quality of those materials will be um, much more good, since translation sometimes it's not 100% of the English equivalent. So if talking about the advanced level exams, so here is the general representation of topics that cover each exam, and I just showing them in order I passed those exams. So for advanced level test analyst, I think that that exam will be useful for those testers who would like to develop their skills, who just who doing functional testing and would like to extend their knowledge in testing process, get acquainted with risk-based testing, with test techniques, gain knowledge in software quality characteristics, to be able to manage reviews and to use different test tools. For the advanced level test manager exam, there are actually 7 topics that are covered from the exam with different number of questions. So they are like testing process, test management, also reviews, defect management, improving the test process and test tools, automation, and also people skills, since people management is very important to be a QA lead or QA manager. For a technical test analyst exam, there are 6 topics that are covered, with also risk-based testing, the same as analytics from the test analytics exam, but a little bit on from another focus. Also, a very good description for white box test design techniques. It includes also information about static and dynamic analysis, quality characteristics for technical testing, also reviews and test tools and automation. So if talking about foundation level exams, both of questions that I use there has K1 cognitive level that just requires remember, recognition, and recall of some terminology. But for the advanced level exams, both of questions, not both, but most of questions have K2, K3, and K4 levels. For K2 cognitive levels, it's very important to understand and to explain and give reasons for some concepts. In a 3-2 K level, it's apply and use, and for K4, it's analyze. So at the beginning of each chapter from syllabus, you can see a topic and the cognitive level that is used to to better understand what types of questions can be covered from the exam. So from here you can see that in advanced level there are no questions for K1, but pretty much a number of questions with K2, K3, and K4 cognitive levels. Now we will talk a little bit about question types. So basically there are two types of questions. Just let's say some simple ones with a stem. So the body of the question that can include some description or some table, and distractors, the choices that are on, and answer or answers that the choices that are correct. So all questions in advanced level exams are multiple choice questions. So for each question, you will always have variants, so no need to describe or to write some essays like from the expert exam. But from here you need to be very attentive, since usually there is a point how many correct options are to be selected to give the correct answer. So there are some questions with only 1 point, but from here you see the example that two options are correct, and you need to give both of them to receive the maximum point um, for the following answer. Another type of question is scenario-based questions. It may be pretty much a huge description with some even tables or schemas, or for example part of code like from the technical test analyst. And also you may have different questions to this that refer to the same situation from the whole exam. So for example, for test manager exams, they can be a huge description of project resources, domain domain, and many description, and an answer, a set of answers in one question, and different questions through the exam may also refer to the same description. Um, so let's move on. Useful resources. Um, at the time when I prepared for the exams, there were actually no training providers, so I didn't attend any courses, and also there were no like courses on Udemy like today or some other resources, and there were like no videos on YouTube. So the resources that I used were mostly taken from ISTQB work download section, and also 3 basic books for each advanced level by Rex Black, and also a very useful book. I believe it's must read for any tester, Lee Copland, about test design techniques. Very good one. And also Graham Bath, the Software Test Engineer's Handbook, also very useful. Currently, you may see a huge variety of different videos on YouTube, on different course providers, but you need to keep in mind about those quality. Just first of all, check the quality and then buy any paid resources. Tips to prepare for exam. First of all, set a deadline. I just sharing my experience. I usually registered to the exam, and after that started preparation because I had a deadline, and that motivated me. Usually, it took for all advanced levels nearly 2 months to get ready, taking into account that I had full-time job and a child. And in case of foundation level, it was, I believe, nearly 3 weeks. So you can see the difference, 3 weeks and like 2 or even 3 months. After that, when you're registered to the exam, just identify the scope for study. So see what materials you need to cover, mm, to be in time with your exam, to be ready. The algorithm that I had when get ready to the exam, I just read a chapter from syllabus and also the related terms from the glossary. And after that, I read the corresponding chapter from the book, and took notes. So I usually took notes, but not just writing some long sentences, but just creating a table or created some schema graph or something, some visual aid that will help you to remember or to better understand the material. Also, during the preparation to the exam, you need to understand the structure of the exam. How many questions is expected to answer during the exam? What is the length of the exam? What types of questions you will see? To be ready and to be confident in yourself. Also, my piece of advice is to use official sample exam questions and to analyze those samples, since you will see the logic of how that exam is built. And during the explanation, from here you have like from that sample exam, you have like one file with questions and one file with answers. So analyze both of them and try to understand why that answer is correct. Because sometimes you need to, for example, to choose the best variant that suits to the question. Two of them may be correct, but you need to select the best one that suits. So in that case, only one will be correct because the best variant is only one. Also, during preparation, revise your notes from time to time. And when going to the exam, be confident in yourself and concentrated. Try not mm, uh, to have some distractions, like even in your minds. My my approach was, so all exams that I passed, they were paper. So I came to a room with I believe with a group of same students with and so all of us had a paper exam. And when you receive your paper exam, just review all the questions, just have a quick glance and try to understand what types of questions you receive. After that, try to answer one by one. And in case if you have some doubts, so it would be better to skip that question and then to remove to it later. Um, or you also can, uh, if you don't know the correct answer, you just try to guess, because there can be your luck, your day, and you will guess and get some points. And believe in your success. So believe that you will receive your certificate, and it also will help you. So currently, let's talk. Is it just a theory or applicable knowledge? So the answer here, I believe, it would be theory unless you apply it. Um, Actually, all that material that I described in, for example, syllabus in a nutshell, it can be applicable. Okay, it depends on your project, on the domain, on your team, on your management, but you will also apply some technique or some approach to your daily job. For example, if you need what is pesticide paradox, it's just a term from the foundation level, so it should be familiar to you. If you know that it exists, so you can review the regression scope from time to time in order to avoid. Or, for example, if using requirements reviews a story or user story reviews, you can avoid requirements bugs. Or, for example, you can extend test cases coverage through applying additional test design techniques, but not equivalence partitioning or boundary value analysis. That are the basic ones. So try to apply your knowledge, because your knowledge actually it's your weapon. Is this a significant benefit? So um, the most significant benefit, I believe, is to boost your self-esteem. There is always a question if it is like a way to receive for more salary. I don't know if having a certificate itself will allow you to receive some additional salary, but definitely the knowledge that you can apply, and then it will be your expertise and your experience that definitely will increase your salary for sure. um, um, if talking about being certificate benefit, I had some situation during interview when those guys that were interviewing me, they told, so, oh, we won't ask you any theory since you are full advanced certified tester, so you know that theory better than us. So it was one of bonuses for getting full advanced certificate. Also, if, for example, your company is ready to cover all the expenses that you will have during the passing exam, for example, if the exam itself is covered by the company, it's a good chance to receive those certificate, because you never knows if it turn out to be when it actually turned out to be useful. So in my case, it was application to receive work visa in Romania. Also, I know that some some companies, Ukrainian IT companies, um, have presence of certificate as a key point to upgrade your grade. Like, for example, if you would like to have assessment from middle, for example, key engineer to senior, it's obligatory to have some certificate level to be provided, something like this. Also, some friends of mine told that when he successfully passed the exam, he received some bonus, but actually it depends on your company and your management. So I guess that's it. It's the main information, and I'm open to your questions. We have pretty much a lot of time to answer, so you're welcome.
Hi, Anna. It was very interesting. So I will just start with the question that I see here. And so just a second. Katie is asking that she already has an ISTQB certification. How can I be certified for being a trainer? Are you a trainer also? Do you train someone in your company, maybe, Ghana?
No, actually, I'm not. I believe it's more a question to training providers, because they had like trainers that share the experience and teach. And in order to be a certified trainer, I guess you should ask training providers in your country, in your city, to be maybe to pass some interview or some exam to be a certified tester, a
This
trainer.
is
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the process actually which is being followed at the moment. So, information for everyone who wants to be a trainer, you can contact us, International Software Quality Institute. So, if you working for a training provider, as Ghana said, your company can be accredited as like and appear on the ISTQB website. So like you can also search for trainings on ISTQB page, and then you like search for a country, for example Ukraine, and you can see the listed training providers. So Katie, if you need more information, you can send us an email on exam@iski.org. So with the details, maybe where you're from and which company you're working for, and then we will send you the details so you can become a trainer. Okay. Vladislav is asking, should we visit special courses? I think he means to learn or self-study. What would you say?
In my case, it was usually self-study, since at that time there were not some training providers with the special courses. But I think it's useful, rather useful. It's if you have ability to pay for such courses. It would, I guess it would be useful, since you will have mates with like, yeah, so it's usually a group study, and you will be able to discuss some points with trainer, with your mates, maybe to better to understand, to remember, and apply. But since I don't have such experience, can't say. Just in theory.
Well, it's quite individual, right? But we have all the possibilities open, and
Yeah, yeah.
self-study and training. So as you wish.
I just a teacher for myself, so it's better for me to organize my own time and not to be like with somebody's schedule. I have my own. So
Kate is asking, what was the hardest exam for you?
the hardest exam was technical test analyst. The
Really?
last, yeah, yeah, the hardest one, and the easiest test manager. But yeah, but the most useful, I think, it's test analyst. Yeah.
I would I really expect that you say that the test manager is the hardest.
No, no, it was so easy. I don't know why.
Okay, Kate. Well, you know now, technical test analyst the hardest. Okay, I think no questions for now. Second. We have received a smile from Kate.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so don't be shy. If you still have a question, we're here for you. I would also like to remind you, if you return to the registration page, you can find a little bit information about Innovex and also the open positions. Yeah, because we were talking about open positions a lot today, like both of us a little bit about the topic, so you can check out the open position Innovex if you click on the registration link once again. Vladislav got back to us. Where can we try a sample question accept examples at ISTQB page? Is ISTQB quizzes for mobile apps useful?
I haven't used any mobile apps. Don't think that at the time they were applicable. I reviewed only official sample questions from ISTQB site, because those samples that I saw from like open source, not paid one, when preparing, for example, for the foundation level, I saw that some of them are very like low quality. And I actually didn't spend much time when preparing to advanced level exams, to such tests. So for me, it was better to spend more time for revision material than to some mock sample tests.
Okay, thank you. Well, it's good to know, and to be aware of something that is probably not very good for to prepare for an exam. Valerie is asking, how many days did you spend preparing for the exam? Fundamental ISTQB, I think foundation level. Yeah.
Yeah, for foundation, it was like, I believe, 3 weeks, not more, maybe 2, 3 weeks, taking into account that I had full-time job. So I was able to prepare some in evenings and on
Mhm.
weekend.
Okay, and we have some more questions. Lily is thanking you for sharing your experience with us. Is it enough to read the ICQB syllabus to prepare, or any additional literature?
So I have mentioned that syllabus, it's a good, but it's just a brief information in a nutshell. It will be also useful to read glossary. There are like a separate glossary for each advanced level exam. So separate for test analyst, test manager, and technical test analyst. And additionally, there are books written by Rex Black. Also, there are 3 volumes of them, each for each exam. And also, I recommended Lee Copeland book about test design techniques. So that are useful and like must read for any tester, I believe, no matter are you going to pass the exam or not.
Okay, great. I think you showed today the slide with the
Yeah,
recommendations what to read. So if you guys need to see it again, I think we'll have the recording, or at least we can send you the list
yeah,
once
sure.
again if you need it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Um,
Vladislav is asking, what
mhm.
YouTube channel menu advice for the foundation level?
I think that none, since since when I passed exam in 2014, I don't believe that there were some YouTube channels. Yeah, so
Vladislav, I'm making a note of it. I will do the
yeah,
research.
I'm making two. Maybe I will
Yeah.
ask my colleagues, and they will provide me some knowledge about that.
Well, I do believe that there are probably like YouTubers, vloggers, influencers that are also locally talking about ISTQB. Why not? We will
Mhm.
research, Vladislav. That's a
Yeah,
very good question.
we will research for you. Yeah.
So I think that was it. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And yeah, I just want to thank everyone who was with us this evening. It was very informative. Thanks to Innovex and to our speaker. Thank you very much for sharing your
Thank you.
experience, dear Ghana. It was very informative, I think. Um, if you missed this online event, but you have registered, you will get the recording. And just if you have any questions to us, you can follow us on social media. You can follow also Innovex on social media, on LinkedIn. You can also send me an email if you have any questions on how you purchase the exam and how to pass the exam. So it is exam@iski.org. And if I told you, if you're from South and from Eastern Europe, I will be the one answering your email 100%. And I think if you have any questions to the content of the presentation, you can again write to me, and I will forward your questions to Ghana. I think we have. Okay, Kate is sharing that she saw the company Exit Pro has a YouTube course in ISTQB in Russian. Well, it's good to know.
Yeah.
We will check. We will check this out with Ghana. Thank you very much. Thank you, Vladislav is rising. Thank you for joining us tonight. And thank you from Alexei. Thank you also for joining. I hope that you liked it. Please like and share for your friends and the colleagues of your company. Yes, so I'm not sure if you have any more questions, guys. Thanks a lot for answering. Thanks for webinar. Have a nice evening. Thank you, Valerie.
Thank you.
Ghana, so I would like to thank you once again. It was really informative. I think was a great online event, and I think what will be very useful, and maybe a lot of participants will be inspired and motivated to get the foundation level and get the advanced level and get the full advanced level at the end after our online event.
Yeah, I also hope so. Good luck to everyone who is going to pass your exam, no matter which level and when. Just good luck.
That's great. Good luck, guys, and have a nice evening.
Have a nice evening. Thank you so much.
Bye.